Watch. Necessary Realness. Hailey Bieber, The Wades. Sophia Bush, Leah Thompson, Shonda Rhimes and more are speaking out after overturning of Roe v. Wade. On June 24, the Supreme Court voted 6-3 to reverse the landmark ruling, which protected a person's constitutional right to have an abortion. The decision comes just over a month after a draft opinion was leaked in May that revealed the Supreme Court's plans to revoke the ruling. The Constitution makes no reference to abortion, and no such right is implicitly protected by any constitutional provision, including the one on which the defenders of Roe and Casey now chiefly rely, the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment. Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito wrote in the opinion, per CNBC, "It is time to heed the Constitution and return the issue of abortion to the people's elected representatives." Shortly after the news broke, stars took to social media to share their thoughts on the rollback. Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus and more stars condemn plan to overturn Roe v. Wade. Sophia Bush, "They will never end abortion. Only safe abortion. This is not about life. It's about control. Those mother-f***ers." Olivia Rodrigo and Lily Allen. The two performed together at the Glastonbury Festival in England and dedicated the latter star's song "F.K.U." to the 5 members of the Supreme Court who, as Olivia stated, showed us that at the end of the day, they truly don't give a st about freedom. She added, "We hate you. Pink. Let's be clear. If you believe the government belongs in a woman's uterus, a gay person's business or marriage, or that racism is okay, then please in the name of your Lord never King listen to my music again. And also K right off. We good?" Jennifer Lopez. "We are living in an America I don't recognize. I stand with you and for women's rights in this country." Green Day's Billie Joe Armstrong. The singer said on stage at the Glastonbury Festival in England, "F.K. America. I am F.K.N.G. renouncing my citizenship. I am F.King coming here. There's too much F.King stupid in the world to go back to that miserable F.King excuse for a country." Leah Thompson. "Guns have more rights than my daughters." Jessica Biel. "Like so many of you, I am disgusted and enraged by the movement to overturn Roe v. Wade. Watching from afar this week in France as people questioned how we could possibly take a 50-year leap backwards for women's rights was mind-blowing." Padma Lakshmi. "People will still get abortions. These procedures won't stop just because Roe v. Wade is overturned. This will only prevent safe, legal abortions from taking place. People who have the money, time, and resources will still find avenues for their procedures. But the most vulnerable of our community, what choices are those individuals, who are mostly BIPOC, left with? This is the catalyst for a public health crisis. The right to decide when to start a family or not is a choice every individual should be able to make on their terms when the time is right for them. This freedom and dignity is something we should all fight to preserve." Glennon Doyle. "Comfort to every human being who feels afraid right now. I feel afraid too. It is okay to feel afraid and tender now. Soon, the anger returns and we fight like bloody hell. First the pain, then the mother King rising." Allie. Shonda Rhimes. "This is actually happening." Mina Harris. "Now I get to tell my daughters that we have to fight harder so we can have the same rights as guns." Ariana Debus. "I have nothing nice to say at this moment in time." Viola Davis. "And so it goes, gutted. Now more than ever we have to use our voice and power. We the people." Nicola Coughlin. "Banning abortion doesn't stop abortion, it stops safe, legal abortion. Governments have no place telling people what to do with their." Barack Obama. "Today, the Supreme Court not only reversed nearly 50 years of precedent, it relegated the most intensely personal decision someone can make to the whims of politicians and ideologues, attacking the essential freedoms of millions of Americans." Rachel Zegler. "Why the F.K. don't you care about us? Why the F.K. do you think you have any say over our bodies?" Josh Gad. "You don't need 280 characters today. Just one word. Rage." Andy Cohen. "What a sad day for this country. Guns for everybody and no reproductive rights. Twisted. Hillary Clinton. Most Americans believe the decision to have a child is one of the most sacred decisions there is, and that such decisions should remain between patients and their doctors. Today's Supreme Court opinion will live in infamy as a step backward for women's rights and human rights. Keke Palmer. I am past disgusted with my country and their constant inability to protect one another's right. Things, so many things to overturn that make sense. But this is what you chose? Phineas. I don't even know what to say other than absolutely fuck this. Michelle Obama. I am heartbroken today. I am heartbroken for people around this country who just lost the fundamental right to make informed decisions about their own bodies. I am heartbroken that we may now be destined to learn the painful lessons of a time before Roe was made law of the land, a time when women risked losing their lives getting illegal abortions, a time when the government denied women control over their reproductive functions, forced them to move forward with pregnancies they didn't want, and then abandoned them once their babies were born. That is what our mothers and grandmothers and great-grandmothers lived through, and now here we are again. This moment is difficult, but our story does not end here. It may not feel like we are able to do much right now, but we can. And we must. Taylor Swift. I am absolutely terrified that this is where we are, that after so many decades of people fighting for women's rights to their own bodies, today's decision has stripped us of that. Originally published on Friday, June 24 at 8:35 a.m. Pacific Time.